this channel presents. Did you ever wonder why humans always seem to be drawn to fire? Maybe it's the mesmerizing way the flames dance and flicker, or maybe it's the warmth and comfort that radiate from a cozy bonfire. Whatever the reason, fire has been a part of human culture since the dawn of our existence. But have you ever stopped to think about how we actually discovered this incredible natural phenomenon? As it turns out, the story of fire is a long and fascinating one that dates back hundreds of thousands of years before the invention of writing and even the wheel. Join me on a journey back in time as we explore the origins of fire and discover how this simple yet powerful force has shaped the course of human history. Our story begins hundreds of thousands of years ago in a world very different from our own. At that time, Earth's surface was covered in dense forests and towering mountains, while lightning flashed across the sky with terrifying frequency. Humans were hunter-gatherers, living in small nomadic tribes, constantly on the move in search of food and shelter. Fire was everywhere, but it was a force to be reckoned with. Forest fires could spread quickly and destroy everything in their path, while volcanic eruptions sent rivers of molten lava crashing down on unsuspecting humans. In those days, humans were not the dominant species on Earth. They lived alongside dinosaurs, saber-toothed tigers, and woolly mammoths. It was a dangerous world, and survival was a daily challenge. As you can imagine, people weren't thinking about where fire came from. They were too busy trying to stay alive. The concept of harnessing fire for human use was probably inconceivable to them. That all changed, however, when something remarkable occurred. Perhaps it was a bolt of lightning that struck a tall tree, or maybe it was a volcano that erupted with violent force. Whatever the cause, a wildfire broke out in the forest, engulfing everything in its path. This was no ordinary fire. It blazed with an intensity that humans had never seen before. The flames reached up to the sky, casting an eerie glow over the surrounding darkness. As the fire raged, humans cowered in fear. Some tried to flee, while others huddled together in caves or behind large rocks. But one group of humans decided to do something different. They approached the fire cautiously, their eyes wide with wonder and a mix of fear and fascination. They had never seen anything like it before. At first, the humans kept a safe distance from the fire, but gradually, they began to venture closer. They couldn't help but be drawn to the mesmerizing dance of the flames. As they got closer, they noticed that the fire gave off a strange orange glow that illuminated the darkness. They also realized that the fire gave off a comforting warmth that chased away the cold and made them feel cozy. In addition to the warmth and light, the humans also noticed that the fire had a strange effect on the animals around them. The animals seemed to sense that the fire was dangerous and stayed far away from it. This gave the humans a sense of safety and security. They realized that the fire could protect them from some of the dangers of the night, such as wild animals. With these benefits, humans began to spend more and more time around the fire. They learned to feed it with dry leaves, branches, and other materials to keep it burning throughout the night. They also learned to make small fires of their own by gathering dry materials and striking them together with stones or sticks. These early humans were careful not to let their fires get out of control. But they were thrilled to be able to create a little bit of warmth and light in a world that was often dark and dangerous. Over time, humans became more and more comfortable around fire. They began to use it for cooking, which made their food taste better and easier to digest. They also used the fire to scare away wild animals and to protect themselves at night. With the help of fire, humans were able to live more comfortably and safely in the wilderness. And as they spread out across the globe, they brought fire with them wherever they went. In Africa, for example, Homo erectus used fire to cook meat and ward off dangerous animals as early as 1.5 million years ago. Meanwhile, Neanderthals in Europe used fire for similar purposes. Although there is some debate over whether they actually mastered the ability to create fire, the discovery of fire was a major turning point in human history. It allowed humans to survive in a wide range of environments and gave them a new way of interacting with their surroundings. For the first time, humans had a tool that could help them overcome many of the challenges they faced, from staying warm to protecting themselves from predators. With fire in their possession, humans were able to expand their territory, explore new environments, and develop new technologies. It was the beginning of a new era in human history. But despite the benefits of fire, humans did not immediately learn how to create it at will. For much of human prehistory, people relied on natural sources of fire, such as lightning strikes or volcanic eruptions, to start their fires. They would then carry embers from these fires to new locations and use them to start new fires of their own. This practice required constant vigilance and was not always successful. Sometimes the embers would go out, or the weather would prevent humans from gathering new materials. Despite these challenges, humans persisted in their efforts to master fire. They experimented with different techniques for creating fire, and eventually developed sophisticated tools and methods for doing so. One of the earliest tools humans developed for fire making was the bow drill. This tool consisted of a stick with a sharp point at one end that was attached to a cord or string. Humans would then rotate the stick back and forth, creating friction that would eventually produce enough heat to ignite dry materials. Another early fire-making method was the bamboo and steel method. This technique involved placing a length of bamboo inside a hollow tube and striking one end of the tube with a sharp rock or steel. The friction generated by the impact would cause the bamboo to catch fire. As humans continued to develop new tools and technologies, they refined their fire-making skills. They learned to use more efficient tools like the bow and drill set and the bamboo and steel set. They also developed new techniques like the bow and drill method and the flint and steel method. With these new tools and techniques, humans could create fire more easily and reliably. They could also create larger and more intense fires that could be used for a variety of purposes. One of the most important uses of fire was cooking. Cooking allowed humans to kill bacteria and parasites in food, making it safer to eat. It also made food more digestible and nutritious, which improved the overall health of humans. Additionally, cooking allowed humans to prepare a wider variety of foods, including those that were previously inedible. This led to a more diverse diet and a more varied intake of nutrients. Cooking also played a role in the development of human society. Cooking was a communal activity that brought people together and created a sense of community. It was a way for humans to share food and stories and build relationships with each other. In fact, cooking may have been a key factor in the evolution of human language. The complex communication skills required to coordinate cooking activities may have contributed to the development of more advanced language abilities. Overall, the discovery of how to make fire was a major turning point in human history. It allowed humans to adapt to new environments, develop new technologies, and improve their overall quality of life. Fire-making was an essential part of human culture and played a vital role in the evolution of human society. From the earliest humans who first learned to control fire to the modern humans who continue to use it today, fire has been an indispensable tool that has shaped our history and influenced our lives in countless ways. So the next time you see a fire, take a moment to appreciate the incredible power and importance of this natural phenomenon. And remember the countless generations of humans who have harnessed fire to improve their lives and shape the course of history. And if you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating content. Thanks for watching.